guys, y'all looking at the thumbnail, y'all looking at the title of the video, y'all already know what time it is. It is time to get active. Guys, and we must get active here today. Now, it is no secret at all that Drake used to, I'm not sure if anymore, but at least used to be a big time simp. Shit, he's made millions upon millions of dollars talking about his simp-like ways, which actually, if you think about it, he's monetized his pain, which is goddamn genius, because there's a bunch of people over here that's experiencing red pill rage that just feels the rage of their simp and hasn't been able to monetize it. So shout out to Drake. But recently in the news, Rihanna has come out, said that she has been impregnated by ASAP Rocky, and it had me thinking, okay, how can I demonstrate in the best way possible the implications of being a simp? Now, before we get into that reaction, to further illustrate how Drake's behavior with women, which has been driven by shit, he worked for Nickelodeon back into the day, and you want to talk about Disney all the time. Nickelodeon was also a strong perpetuator of simp-like behavior amongst men. But anyway, I digress. But to further demonstrate how his behavior came off as cringy, I did a video not too long ago, okay? This video was entitled, Nicki Minaj treats Lil Wayne and Drake differently for these key reasons. Don't be Drake. I did this video, which has over 150,000 views, over a year ago, and essentially highlighted how Drake was, in effect, putting Nicki Minaj on a pedestal and how she thought he was absolutely disgusting because of how he was doing that. I'll leave a link to this video down in the description box down below so you can go later and check it out. It's a fantastic video. Now, remember this behavior as we walk down memory lane and contrast the behavior against ASAP Rocky's. Without further ado,
many people also pointed out how Drake was way more into Rihanna than she was into him, but somehow Drake was just clueless about it and kept pursuing her for years. Drake and Rihanna were first linked all the way back in May 2009, just months after Rihanna broke up with Chris Brown after he physically attacked her. Rihanna and Drake were reportedly spotted partying and making out at the Lucky Strike nightclub in New York City. However, despite the romance rumors, Rihanna made it clear she didn't want anything serious with Drake and said they were still just friends. Well, Drake obviously thought differently because from that moment on, he pretty much became obsessed with Rihanna, name-dropping her in almost every interview and writing one song after another about her. And since Rihanna didn't reciprocate the same energy, Drake started complaining about how she used him and played with his feelings. He even told the New York Times in June 2010 that he felt like Rihanna's pawn. You know what she was doing to me? She was doing exactly what I've done to so many women throughout my life, which is show them quality time, then disappear. I was like, wow, this feels terrible, Drake said.
Rihanna absolutely gave him the kiss of death, of simp death, all right? Guys, you got to be careful with these chicks that y'all bang with. You never demonstrate that you're head over heels with them if on the flip side they're saying they are just friends with you. Disney has taught y'all to persevere through the bullshit of a friend zone. No. 10 times out of 10, it will be completely and utterly not worth your time. Do not keep these women in the friend zone if your intention is to go balls deep in them. What they actually didn't talk about right here is actually that fight that happened back in the day as well between Drake and Chris Brown, how it was rumored that Drake wrote Chris a note to leave her alone or that she's my girl now, and Chris threw a bottle back at Drake. That was all because over a girl. Yeah, maybe she was giving you some of that rebound viscous inner where they enhance the suppleness of the insides because they're really trying to get back at their ex. But don't let that cloud your judgment. They don't want to be simped on. If she's telling the press that she's just friends with you while you are putting her in song after song, there is an unevenness of contribution there. Hence the simp.
But somehow Drake still wouldn't take a hint and kept talking about Rihanna every chance he got.
Ugh.
At this point, the fans started clowning Drake for being desperate, and some of them even called his obsession with Riri creepy. Rihanna herself made it clear how she felt about Drake by refusing to clap for him and calling him an a-hole at the 2012 VMAs.
Wow.
But did Drake give up? Of course not. Fast forward a year later, and Drake was still talking about how Rihanna was his ultimate fantasy.
Flashback.
She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old.
Look. Look at the body language. She don't want to face him. She don't want to face the crowd.
She's one of my best friends in the world. All my adult life, I've looked up to her even though she's younger than me. She's a living, breathing legend in our industry. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the Michael Jackson Vanguard Award for 2016, Rihanna.
Waiting through that speech was probably the most uncomfortable part. I don't like too many compliments. I don't like to be put on blast. We don't have a friendship now, but we're not enemies either. It is what it is.
You know, where I don't have the fairy tale like, oh, Drake started a family with Rihanna and like this is like so perfect. Or like, you know, Drake, yeah, it's like it looks so good on paper.
I wanted that too.
Well, I mean,
and I didn't get it too.
By the way, I wanted that too at one time. You know?
He got it.
Drake is on one of these songs, so if he's touring with you.
Look at look at Alan. Did I say something wrong, Rihanna?
He's not touring with me.
Well, he should. He's on one of the songs. It would be so easy.
Maybe next time.
I like Drake.
I would love to go on tour with Drake, actually.
Yeah.
I was like, that has
Gross.
Rihanna.
All right, now before we get into ASAP, all right, hope you guys had your notepad ready, all right? You guys were taking notes. Now watch how ASAP Rocky talks about her. Watch his mannerisms. Watch the difference.
I'll pass on that.
Uh-oh.
Easy.
I'll pass on that.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Nah, just cause she the homie, I gotta explain.
Okay.
Like, she's
Explain
cute,
it.
you know what I'm saying, but she the homie.
Touring with the ultimate bitch.
Rihanna.
Oh, you already know, kid.
Yep.
How is she on tour, man? She's like
That's
a dude,
not her.
right?
Huh?
How is she on tour? She's like a dude, right? Like
I would say so, like in the most non dissing way.
not in a dyke way.
Yeah,
like
not in
she
it.
has a male mentality.
She the type of girl that'll have like dudes at home crying for her.
Well, obviously, dude.
Who do you think he's talking about?
Fighting like little girl, like.
I don't know if that was really over her. I don't know the inside of that. But what I can say is that she the type to have those dudes mesmerized and stuff.
You can see it. You can see the energy. Like, why? Because she's a powerful chick.
Nah, not because she powerful. Because what she be doing, like she like me. Like she the type. If she had balls, she'll grab them every 5 minutes. She smoke weed all day. Like,
Yo, that's ill.
She not a tomboy. She's sexy, but she really, really. What's the word for it?
Sensuous.
I don't know.
With a little Malcolm X in there. I don't know. Like,
She's a little. She's a very. She's a very.
Whatever.
She's a very rare individual.
yeah, super rare.
Yeah.
So very interesting points brought up by ASAP Rocky there. Number one, you could tell that he won. One of the main reasons because he didn't simp. But for two, it's also clear that as Rihanna was in her younger years, she had this tough masculine shell, probably from being an independent artist and then also going through the trauma is what she did with Chris Brown.
And what are you looking for in the next man?
Pardon?
What are you looking for in a man now to wear this cologne?
I'm not looking for a man. Let's start there.
So there's an argument there of why a dude would want to over encumber that. ASAP played it cool, never put her on a pedestal, never treated her like a star, and leveraged a lot of his masculine qualities and capabilities, and eventually won out. If you want to call getting Rihanna pregnant, winning. But at the end of the day, we can't fault Drake because we know a lot of us have made these mistakes in our past, and just because you are a superstar doesn't mean that you are without fault as well. But hopefully this is a fantastic learning lesson for the men out there that are trying to figure out the best way how to deal with women. Because in a culture of young men that are raised by single mothers, a single mother is going to teach you to love a young woman as a projection of the love that she feels that she never had. And it causes a lot of these young men to be simps. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tourism reviews at gmail.com. Guys, do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave me some comments down below. Let's open up the floor and the room for some awesome conversations. Last but not least, guys, I got a Patreon. If you like the content that I create and you want to make sure that the lights are still on, come and support your boy over at Patreon. Click the link down in the description box down below to see all of the bonuses that are in store. Your support is greatly appreciated. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.